We live.
We live, baby.
Wow, baby.
Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. You already know. Motherfucker's here again. You know what time it is? It's the last stream of the motherfucking year. 2018 has been a fucking ride, dog. You know, met some cool people, have some cool streams, have some good times, and they're only gonna continue on in 2019. You know, rocking somehow during this entire course of the year, I almost managed to get 300 subscribers, which I think is dope. I don't know, man. People like, that ain't that many. I don't give a fuck. It's a lot to me. I think it's dope. And all the niggas,
Hey,
all the
that's
guys
three.
with me are the reason I even reached that milestone. And I
I was about to say that's 300 more followers you had before you started.
exactly, exactly. So I'm here with Durson Theory and Jay Hutt right now. Madara somewhere in limbo. Not really sure what he's doing, but yeah,
He said he had a job to do.
he had a job to do.
Yeah. He's going to go assassinate someone.
Oh, okay, I feel you. You'll use renegade.
I forgot to say it. You know, when you said my name, I was supposed to say I was lost in the sauce, but now I'm found. Okay.
Hey, it's been a minute. No, go ahead, say it the right way. Say it the way you really say it.
I can't say it because I'm
The timing is on.
I'm in a place where I can't be like super loud. So
I got you. I got you, man. He was lost in the sauce, but now he's fine.
let's go.
Dustin's nerfed right now.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
And I made this joke to Theory earlier. Theory came for the first stream we had in the beginning of the year, and he's here for the last stream. So at least he's consistent.
I'll be here next week as well for the first stream of 2019.
My man Jay Hutt, the man in front and behind the scenes, out here doing his thing. My nigga,
What's good? What's good?
you're man. What do y'all want to talk about? What has gone on throughout this entire year that was crazy? Obviously, we got crazy reverie chapters at the end of Whole Cake, at the start of Wano. It's got a lot.
You talking about strictly manga wise or Discord wise or?
I'm not saying
I mean, bring it all up, man. We talking about this entire year, my God.
Well, I want to say one of the biggest things that happened this year that was so fucking funny was the supposed meetup of Vince and Wing. Oh my God, that was definitely
The legendary
highlight.
one-on-one duel.
It was definitely a highlight of the year, boy.
It's funny. I'm in Fort Lauderdale right now.
They have daily duels, man.
Like, bruh, when I say that the entirety of the Discord was hyped over the shit, well, we knew it wasn't gonna happen, but still, just the thought of that maybe like kept everybody alive for those few weeks. Man. I swear.
Bro, niggas were out here trying to sell e-tickets. Like, it was so
we was about to make versus shirts and all, sell the merchandise, boy.
Well, we already had memes. We had that full power meme and shit. Like
going in, bro.
King Kong.
But after the fact, goddamn, the memes that spread afterwards, boy, with the one I made with Vince on Thanos' head and shit. Like, oh my God. That shit is a whole command now.
And that's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Facts.
Yo, and now it's even worse because niggas try to change stories and shit, and it's just bad.
Oh, but we know.
Oh yeah,
we know the story.
You know,
like, no matter how much you try to flip that thing, we know.
I mean, the Discord's been wild. We've got that story going on. We've got basically DC niggas versus mods.
Yeah, the mods been tripping, man. I don't know what the hell happened in 2018. I don't know if they've been sipping Flint, Michigan water or something. Like
my God,
they on a whole different tip. I'm gonna get banned by the end of 2019. I'm gonna be banned from the Brago's Discord.
Oh, yeah, they're going crazy.
Cause I don't respect them. I be belittling them. They already know. I don't care about their authority.
I picture Brago's reaction, like Theory got banned. He finna be like, "What?"
I've been banned before.
Oh, I was gonna say. I know we was all in Impel Down the other day. That was my first time being there. How these niggas get snapped away? Sure shit did.
Gotta love the cleansing of the phones.
Y'all niggas be getting snapped away, boy.
You getting Thanos snap, boy. Theory. What did you get banned for the first time?
I don't know. I was antagonizing Sam. I was telling him to do it, and then he did it. I don't really remember. It was nothing important. And then I think the other one was on New Year's Eve. Last New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
I was doing something stupid. I can't remember what it was, and they Thanos me as well.
Yeah, Theory been out here in the street. He been an outlaw. Yeah, I just don't know.
I've been outlaw since day one, but they don't get rid of me.
It's kind of like me. I'm trying to figure out why I ain't been like perma-banned yet.
Oh no, we have two British people in one call. What's up, Sage?
Oh hey. Oh, hold on, I've got a light. Wait, there we go. Now you can see me.
Hello.
I'm gonna say, Sage, we been can see your pale ass before you even turn that light on. You didn't need to know.
I'm like proper done up, right? Because I'm like drinking and I'm gonna go out with my friends for New Year's.
I see you with
like,
that.
But I thought I'd like
How you
talk
doing,
about
Miss
One
Blair?
Piece.
Most certainly, you can talk about One Piece. We're gonna get right into that a little bit. We were talking about some of our greatest moments though during 2018.
Are you drinking wine before you drink liquor? Are you crazy?
That's her prerogative.
They're trying to get fucked up.
Oh, I'm drinking lemonade and vermouth.
Oh, okay. I thought
What's a vermouth?
What's the vermouth?
Vermouth is like a fortified white wine.
Okay, so it was right. It was wine.
Yeah, right.
I'm not drinking wine. I'm drinking wine.
I
Yeah,
didn't
right.
say no. I didn't hear what you were saying.
I'll say you drinking wine before liquor, you bugging.
Oh. I think, what did I have before this? Mulled wine. I love mulled wine. Have you had mulled wine?
I have
I
not.
don't think so.
I don't know. Wine before liquor, never sicker.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm going to be fine. Don't even worry about it.
You're gonna be fine with your hair time behind your back.
What I'm talking about.
Fucking portrait.
Think about it. Now that Sage has appeared, I'm thinking about some 2018 moments, and I thought about two moments with Sage. One was when Deb was creeping and I kicked his ass out the stream,
Who?
and the second one had to be when Sage didn't understand what lunch before 12 meant.
Oh my god.
I never see.
What an innocent soul.
She's like, I love lunch.
God damn.
I do love lunch.
The part is, I didn't realize it until it was sort of explained, and then I felt dirty. Then I was like, "Yeah, what's wrong with that, man? Let's go talk sometime too. Shit, I be hungry."
Absolutely not. Not anything involving Grim Reaper is obviously a danger sign.
Yeah, I'm like immediately, I need to go to jail.
Didn't that happen this year? The whole Graham getting banned from BDA.
Yes, it did.
Isn't he back now?
He's back now, but that was a thing at one point.
Oh,
Body got banned.
That was early 2018.
It is a huge year of bans.
Yeah.
this is, like, loads of my friends have
Toddy.
been banned recently, and it's like, wow, okay.
The Toddy age when Toddy was here.
Sweet Lord.
The worst ban, in my opinion, has to be Cassius. When Cassius said, he said, "Help me get unbanned." I said, "Why?" He's like, "Well, I sent them a dick pic." I said, "Why would you do that? Of course they're going to ban you."
Cassius did nothing wrong. He dropped that shit in the After Dark channel. That is perfectly acceptable.
Not in someone's DMs.
Nah, he said he dropped in the the After Dark channel.
I thought he put it in Smokey's DMs.
Nah, he said put it in After Dark for them to see.
He was a Grand Line level villain, man.
Yeah. As I said, he did nothing wrong. Unbanned Cassius.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about the guy Cassius.
The guy Cassius.
Hey, Cassius is like a real deal supervillain, like actual day. Didn't Cassius pull up on Deku?
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he did.
And
He put her in
Deku,
the
like,
house.
Deku told me about this. Like, Cassius straight up went to his house and was like outside his house, and Deku was just like, nah,
Yeah.
nah. Nah.
Didn't want no smoke.
Hey man,
Cass, he
y'all
literally
better leave Cassius alone, boy.
Cassius with the shit, man.
I didn't know about that.
And they said, hey, down to the meat show. All right, bitch. Welcome to the meat show.
Oh my goodness, guys. You know, like it's cool. 2018 was really fun for me. Like I've been in the anime community for a little while, but I never started a YouTube channel. Started it this year.
Mhm.
It's a blast ever since. Sage, if I'm not mistaken, you started yours as well.
I did. It's going. I'm gonna reformat the whole thing. I don't like how I started it, and I think that's why I didn't continue it as a project. So I'm gonna reformat it a bit, and then come back to it.
Right. Justin, you had yours before both of us.
Yeah, I've been out here.
Yeah,
I
you've been out.
I just don't really do much with it. I would say I did the most with it in 2019, maybe. I mean 2018. So that's
From
fine.
the future.
Yeah, very, 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 very enjoyable Shadow of War walkthroughs.
Man, look. You see the name of the videos. It's Soft Sucks at Video Games. So if y'all ever want to see me fail at a video game so much, just go watch some of those series.
Absolutely subscribe to the man. Absolutely. Theory, we don't even have to talk about you. You know your channel is as old as dust.
Who's that?
Who is that? Is you?
Nah, 2019, make a revival.
Who knows?
My Theory's channel.
Nah.
Listen, I ain't got no.
If within the first week I don't see a I'm back video, then I'll be thoroughly upset.
All right, just for you.
Precious.
Wonderful. Madara also has a channel, but Madara is currently busy, like you said, on an assassination mission. Correct, Theory?
Yeah, CP0 and 1 on there.
Oh, okay, bet.
Busy with real life.
CP0. Do you guys want to get into the chapter?
Cool.
Huh?
I mean,
So what?
it don't matter.
Let's get into the chapter. CP0 is featured in this chapter. They got bitched.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that, man. That was weird to me.
It was so
I mean-
weird. It wasn't even the fact that if Shogun Orochi just yelled at them, the fact that he shot one of them in the face.
Yeah, like no fucks given. He's like, boy, y'all ain't gonna do shit to me. That nigga was out here being Frank Lucas. He said, yo, let me tell y'all something.
That was just so like bold.
that man Tekai'd his face, man. Just took the bullet.
And that was crazy. Like he was so disrespectful to CP0, which we thought were the top tier of the government intelligence.
Exactly. He ain't getting that one shit. And he told them niggas, he's like, y'all ain't gonna pull up. Y'all ain't stupid. Because guess what? We got them hitters over here.
He's got the biggest hair.
Yeah. Yeah, we got one of the biggest hitters on our side, too. This nation
And then
ain't gonna cover for it.
we come to find out that they were saying nobody's been into Wano's borders. Wano's borders are closed when apparently Doflamingo was a middleman between the military and Wano.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You gotta remember, Odin's been dead for like
He got his fingers everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Doflamingo was a part of so much more. We keep finding out.
And
And
nigga said he held the reins. He wasn't lying.
he wasn't lying. Like when he's like Doflamingo, just like, bro, when I go down, everything's going to shit. That's why he's still smiling in sea stone cuffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to argue. I had more hype. I'm still mad about that round and fucking James Stab.
And it's just, I don't know. It's just crazy.
There was a new CP0 remember there as well.
Yeah, I know. Oh shit, they got.
Whoa, what happened?
Yeah, they got snapped.
These guys got snapped. They got purged.
Oh no! Well, rip that. Well,
There we go. They coming back.
I'm back.
Oh, damn! He came back and they got snapped right back out. That's crazy.
oh no.
Wasn't there like a new agent there as well?
I'm not sure, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
the,
yeah, the new
the one
one
that
that's got like a Hawaiian mask or whatever.
That's
the fuck
one.
it's
That
meant to
one, yeah,
be.
with he's
Yeah,
holding
I
like a
know who
stick
you're
or
on
something.
about, yeah.
I'm finally here. I can finally talk now.
Hey, what's up, Madara?
So,
Yo, what's
I hope that we see Kaku again.
Alcoholic come out.
that could be him.
Well, like my thing with Kaku is like obviously he's like the one after Lucci, but like his age is like isn't he like 10 years younger or something than Lucci? So like he has a lot more potential because like their ranking it's not that far between them or something like on their power scaling that like the weird round ball dude does. Theory, you probably know
it
what
was
I'm on about.
sizable. It was
Yeah, I
almost
know what you're
double.
on.
Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin', people? What's good?
it was-
Theory, Madara, Sage, Virgo, what's poppin', people?
What's up,
Oh,
hey?
good.
Yeah,
Was it not comparable? Or...
It was almost double Kaku's though. Because
Was it almost double?
Lucci,
Shit,
Yeah, it
I
was.
don't remember.
Kaku was
Lucci was
2,200.
So wait,
Yeah.
I mean, but how strong do we think that Kaku's gotten since the time skip? Because I feel like he got a significant power up. Like, I feel like he's awakened his devil fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a possibility.
I mean, I would say he at least has the notion of hockey now.
Hey, my boy counting stacks on Cam. I feel you, Madara.
I think there's 8 CP0 members now. I could be wrong. I think there's 8 of them.
8. Shouldn't there be more though? Because they're building an army to go after the revolutionaries, right?
Yeah.
And the revolutionaries, I mean, well, technically they only have what 6 or 7 commanders.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there might be to your point, there might be 8 commanders amongst these CP0, and then the rest are just fodder characters, mere soldiers. So yeah. Nah, CP0. I mean, these are the same 3 that showed up in Dressrosa, right?
No, there's one that's different. The one that got shot. No, not the one that got shot. The one with the weird mask, like the he was holding.
Thing.
Yeah, he was holding like a tiki mask. That one's new.
Okay. Yeah, he's new. I mean, so basically, these are the negotiators, if you would say, for CP0. Like,
I don't know. I think all of them have negotiation skills. I just feel like, if anything, these are the stronger ones because they got sent to Wano.
Yeah, you have a point. They did get sent to close off the nation. So if they get jumped, they should be able to at least
handle themselves.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
If we really think about it, the CB0, they're wearing all white, bro. No, if you can't wear all white if you're about to fight somebody. So it just can't happen. See, they must be good.
Well, I mean, if you look at a typical shonen trope, a lot of the final villains do wear all white.
Yeah.
And shonen. Look at Sosuke Aizen from Bleach.
No, that's true.
And Madara when he was the 10 Tails Jinchuriki.
Yeah,
and look at both of them. All their clothes got stained, messed up. Now their dry cleaning bill is real high. So that's what happened.
Well, usually in shonen, all their clothes get blown off anyway. Look at all of the Akatsuki members had all their cloaks blown off except for Conan. So, I mean, it's typical fashion.
Now let's go with y'all.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, died with that shit on.
Nobody died with their cloak on except for Conan.
Madara, I don't remember. Are you a Drake fan? Not the singer, the dinosaur.
The dinosaur? I've always believed he's either been in the top 5 of the Supernova. I have him over a kid.
Hold on.
Wow.
You guys are talking about X Baby Shake?
Why?
X Baby Shake.
I feel like these people are too much. Like,
I'm disappointed, man. I don't really like how he looks.
I'm not a fan of his hybrid form because he looks more like a raptor than a dinosaur.
Oh,
I mean,
don't
but
particular. It looks cool.
No, can I keep it 100? Like, I gotta ask y'all something. Did anyone know an Allosaurus was an actual dinosaur?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that
did.
existed.
Yeah, I did.
I know.
Y'all knew what?
I really loved dinosaurs as a kid. So like when he goes into like detail about what dinosaur they are, rather than being like, oh, he's a T-Rex, I was proper hype about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
like being like, no, he's an Allosaurus. Oh, what are you? Because like some people are like trained kids, some people are like animal kids. I was a dinosaur kid. Like I used to pretend to be a dinosaur at one point. Like I was like, and when I was a dinosaur, I was a dinosaur. Like
all the dudes, page 1, X Drake, they're gonna end up like the Land Before Time, like extinct. Like they ain't gonna be there.
That's what I'm saying. Space probably loves.
Like, do you think there's a Triceratops?
There has to be.
I really hope there's a Triceratops.
Hey, but y'all gotta realize.
I wanted to ask you guys a question though, right quick. Do you guys think that it's a translation error with the dragon, or
No, it's
Do you guys
correct.
think?
It has to be.
It's probably on.
You have to think
Because,
about Japanese mythology.
you hear Rob-
In the Japanese,
he was like model cat.
Because in the kanji, it said that it could be. It was like it commonly. That was one of the translator notes.
well, the thing
I
about
can't
it
remember
is
exactly what it
is
said.
that the Japanese consider dinosaurs to be dragons. So that's why it's a dragon model. Now, it could be
Okay,
changed.
so
in
they
the
can have
official-
a dragon model ain't mythical because the same way with
Well, it can't.
Sengoku having a human mythical.
That's
Well,
right.
the thing
That's
about
right.
the thing about it is that it would be hard for him to call it a mythical because of monsters. There were dragons and monsters attached
Hey, bro,
to One
like
Piece.
I
So
really
it would
don't
be an
care,
ancient
but
zone.
all I need to know is where is Dragon model King Ghidorah, bro? Like, where is he at? Like, we need that.
It's Orochi.
Come on now, don't disrespect my man like that.
Well, he's a free-headed dragon.
No. Until that man is soaring so
Got
fast,
you.
come on, we know it's not.
You asked for it.
I
But I
don't
love
wish
understand
for, man.
why you're denying what we've all clearly seen.
What's that?
Come on, bro, we can't do this. Let's not.
Stop
I just
sleeping on
love how
Orochi. He's the two-sided swordsman, man.
Oh my god, I just love how Page One and X Drake they saved the headliners for me. Like they were nothing, and then those two just showing up, I was like, two of the same type of fruit, and it's legit. It's not a smile.
No, you can have two of the same fruit. We've seen a bunch like that.
No. I'm saying, like, bro, I don't see how many two users of the same type standing together. Like dragon. I've never seen that before. Like that was great for me.
I mean,
Didn't we see it with the Hornet and something else?
Oh,
Like,
right. That's right. The Tentatas. That's right.
We saw it with the Snake Sisters as
And
well.
the snakes.
Yeah,
that's-
Snake Sisters.
That's true.
in the animal kingdom, there's many animals that fall under the categories. Like, you can have a leopard, you can also have a cheetah. You have a
When it comes to like Payne's question, oh my god, it's happened again. But yeah, when it comes to like Payne's question, what I'd say is like the translation could change because what they might do is they might be like, oh, what Oda means is like dino, because like that would be the colloquial translation. Like that would be the language, that would be the slang or like dialect or whatever you want to call it. Like that would be what we would actually say as English people. So Viz sometimes does do that. Like rather than changing like it to be literal, it can sometimes change it to be contextual. So it could change, but like the only reason that like I would be dismissive of it is that the translation that's been done is a literal good translation. Like it's not wonky. Like the literal meaning is essentially dragon. Like that's how it is. Now, if it isn't dragon, the reason is it's, as I say, it's
Dino.
being made, something like that or some bullshit. But like, I wouldn't be too concerned like either way by that because like we know what it's like the spelling of Jimby actually. Jimby has like 3 different spellings among the fandom.
I know all of them.
I mean, it's actually okay. But
Yeah. I'm not nerfed anymore. So what's up, everybody?
What's good, Anderson?
Yeah.
What's good, people?
He's not nerfed.
Yeah, man. I was counting money and doing paperwork and shit.
You got those C-Star cuffs
was
off.
good.
And then you heard the word Jimby and you were like, yeah.
It was perfect timing, man.
Go on and say it, Durson.
Hold on, I'm trying to get my cancer shit going.
He says my
Good idea.
That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna like sneak off back to my party because I've low key finished my drink, and so I need to refill it. But,
Go drink your bougie wine.
It's been precious talking to you, and I bid everyone a happy New Year.
Same to you.
And I love you all. You're my dear friend.
The good egg commander.
The commander.
All right, so since I was busy while I was talking about it, Drake's hybrid low key disappoints me. I did not like that shit.
Really?
He's a seahorse. He's a seahorse.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking seahorse. Like he looks like the way it's the lamer version of Dalmatian.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, what messes it up for me is his snout. I don't like how his snout looks.
Like I feel like they should have just went. They should have just made. They should have just made the whole head like a dinosaur head.
Yeah, exactly.
Like instead of him putting that butt chin on there.
Exactly, bro. No, bro. Can you imagine if he was like a full gator teeth, bro? It's like
Yeah, I feel like they should have like made that nigga head like a
like for example, Page 1 looks cooler than Drake right now.
Yeah, like they should have had him with a straight reptilian mouth and everything, and it would have been all right.
Yeah, I mean, except for Page 1's.
Hey, for those of you
except for his hairstyle.
Oh yeah, I like the hairstyle over.
Toddy and Rufy are not the same person. Yes, they sound alike.
Yo, Toddy in the stream?
Exactly how I expected him to look.
What's up, Toddy?
You don't see that. You don't see that light. You don't see that light bright ass nigga right there.
Look at this light skin.
That's Toddy. It's been a long time, Toddy.
See, I already told y'all, man. Both of us light skinned, but he a different type of light skin.
Different type.
This type of light skin.
He's light skin Drake model.
Dangerous.
Cream skinned, man.
I just love how everybody cutting on their cameras because Sage, you know what I'm saying? This nigga said he came back from his time skip. This nigga said he want nerfed. This nigga said he want nerfed over there counting bread, counting them stacks. I feel you. Man.
Yeah, I'm trying. Gotta get my money right.
That shit getting me hype. I'm ready. I'm trying to. And my girl just broke up with me yesterday, so I'm just worried about this money.
So yikes.
But
that's what it is though.
You never know. That could be a good thing though, man. Going into
but that's why I said it is what it is.
Going in 2019 single shit. Hey man, that might have been a sign.
Exactly, bro. Now
I'll buy her a Christmas present.
I mean, I'm gonna get her something though, cause that's like she like my best friend. It's just shit just didn't work out. Like real shit. Like she like my best friend. For real.
Nah, Payne. All jokes aside, now you got all the distractions out the way.
I'm like a real nice guy, right?
Cause she dad helped me with some shit. Like when I really needed it, she was there.
Bro. Now what you do is you're free now. So what you do? You hit the ground running. You start grinding. So
exactly. I'm about to start grinding. I'm gonna give her. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pay her back with interest just because that's how I feel as a man I need to do. Facts. And then everything else is just gonna be to stack this bread. No, cause she looked out for a nigga. Like I feel like if you look out for somebody, if somebody look out for you, you gotta look out for them back.
I feel that.
Hey, on some real shit, Payne. I'm really sorry to hear about your hand, bro. I hope it heals.
Wow.
What happened to his hand?
Hold on. Did somebody really just say, "Goddamn, what happened to his hand"? Like that joke went completely over your head.
So it was me. Yeah, sorry.
That shit went straight over your goddamn head.
It took me a while.
He broke his hand, man. You didn't hear it. He broke it.
Yeah, so say my condolences.
And he's trying to pay it back.
He broke good old Jill. All right, I have a question for Theory.
What's up?
I know people have been saying this after they read the chapter, but do you think that's actually Stussy?
No.
It looks close, but it probably won't.
Wait, which who are you on about? The third person?
No, the chick with the blonde hair, the geisha.
Yeah, the geisha with the blonde hair.
You already know this.
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't
think so either. That's what I was saying.
But time out, if Oda did do that, then god dang, bro.
But here's the thing. I don't think Oda would have to try to hide her identity since we already know who the fuck the bitch is. Like if he did put her in here, I would think he would make it so that we know that it's her without a shadow of doubt, so we can get hyped. Like, oh shit, Stussy here on the cover. Like,
does anyone know she looks like that woman from earlier?
Her position is to be an undercover spy, so her being in the background is just what she needs.
But here's the thing.
I mean, we
know
why would Stussy be there?
How big her body is, and both them niggas that were on the left and the right side are way bigger than the man in the middle, and the man in the middle is a regular sized person, like Stussy.
But I'm just saying, us as readers, I don't think it make much sense for him to put her in there without making it clear to us that it's her.
She's at the Reverie.
Yeah. He's done that.
Yeah. I mean, even if he did, when he's done it,
He did it with what's his name, Snack.
She's at the Reverie, dude.
Yeah, like I don't know why we're still going on about this.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, she is.
Hey, can we say something about like, bro, Orochi? Bro, Orochi is bigged up real now, bro. Because this man said, bro, he said, I got Kaido on my back. I don't think he knows how many times Kaido lost, bro, or he got some faith in that man.
Hey, wait.
Listen, hold on. Let me say it like this. Orochi pulled. I got my big brother behind me. His big brother is the nigga in the neighborhood that can beat everybody's ass, and everyone's scared of him. So he walks up to somebody and slaps him while his big brother is standing behind him and say, "What you gonna do?" That's exactly what that means.
He reminds me of Helmeppo from the first act with Zoro, where he was like, "My dad Morgan."
Exactly. That's why he gonna get slapped up.
But still at the same time, when he was bringing up the thing about Kaido's losses, does that really matter? Does it really matter?
No.
Because we just seen this nigga. We just seen this nigga one shot the main protagonist. Like, I don't give a fuck about his L's. He's still a force to be reckoned with.
I know, bro. You talking on that one shot that happened right after he took another L? His 643rd L from Luffy.
He got beat in the sky, man. He lost in the sky.
I understand you saying if Kaido's right behind you, bro. But Orochi, Kaido was like another island away. So
let me pick this narrative for Toddy. So imagine you punching a nigga in his face, right? And then all of a sudden he goes, cracks your ass and knocks you out.
No, not even that, Virgo. No, say this, bro. You been training, you be hitting the gym real good, bro. Like you a solid 200 pounds now, bro. And you throwing haymakers, bro. You just getting a nigga in the chin, in the neck, all over, bro. This dude closes out into you one time and you're out.
I'll say it like this. So if I run into John Jones on the street and I catch his ass drunk or something like that, and I'll whoop him for like 15 minutes, and he's on the ground asleep. Now I have two options. I can run away before he wakes up and I take my due ass whooping and walk away with a W and leave him with the L. Or I can wake up and one shot me.
Oh, so Luffy I mean, all I know is
to walk away with a W, and he did. He
did. Like I mean, all I know is, goddamn, that nigga Kaido is real full because he ate all that shit. And now probably ain't care.
Is even after that ass whooping, I bet Luffy's hands are as sore as Payne's are. From putting them on Kaido's face.
Oh my God! Leave him.
I'm just saying, like, when I play MMORPGs, I make tanks. So I don't care if they hit me 20 times. If I can get that one shot kill, it don't fucking matter.
Okay, but if you got a white mage, that's okay.
You can't deny Kaido lost in the air, though, right? He only won on the land.
Yeah, he only won on the land. He didn't win in the air.
The fact of the matter is, we all know Akainu would have put a hole through his chest.
There you go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I mean, I'm gonna just leave that one alone.
Dang. So how y'all feel about Zoro's new boyfriend?
Huh?
How y'all feel about Zoro's boyfriend? Like that nigga following him around saying how cute he is.
Wait. Pause. Stop.
Sorry about that.
True word, woman been spoken.
That nigga does have a little boy toy.
Zoro's boyfriend.
Oh my God. That's what we not about to do.
No.
Can we start
He talking about how cute he is.
He already did it.
Can we stop disrespecting Zoro?
He's talking about how cute he is, bro.
Can we stop?
I don't like having girls watching him, but yeah, he's letting this little nigga follow him everywhere.
No, bro. He said how cute he is. He calling him master, bro. Like,
bro. You guys realize sometimes Zoro's ever been around females, he like pushes them away.
What are you talking about, man?
Like Zoro was around, he pushed away the pussy. Now
exactly,
this nigga has
bro.
a faggot around him. He's hanging around him and he's cool with it.
Yeah, he's cool.
Oh no.
Yeah, y'all niggas wanna stop playing with yourself. We gonna discuss it.
Are we gonna talk about Zoro? Zoro's gonna save
Over here
Sanji.
making shit up. I mean, it's in the story.
I mean,
Zoro's gonna save Sanji from X Drake, man.
I mean, we already know that's gonna happen. Nah,
Who
see,
cares?
I'll be disappointed. I'll be disappointed if Sanji can't hold himself. I'll be
Man,
disappointed.
Sanji about to go ham, fam. Y'all niggas tripping.
Hey, but I think this is the prime opportunity for Sanji because,
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
all right, like I always feel like Sanji has been on that supernova tier, like whether above or under, it don't matter. Like I just feel like he can. I feel like he can. I feel like he can
With the
rock with
raid
them
suit as well,
niggas.
man.
Wait. Let me.
It's a good time to wear
Wait,
Hold
Zoro.
on, I can tell you, it's a difference though. It's a difference.
but let me finish though. Let me finish though. So
All
what
right,
I'm
go ahead,
saying
go ahead.
is, I feel like this is the prime opportunity for him to like at least hang with them, so that people can stop disrespecting this man like he weak. Like I've said this plenty of times that Sanji has a lot of L's when it comes to the story portrayal, which is true. But like for y'all to sit back and say that this man is weak, he's not at least on their tier, that is stupid.
Where is he with the raid suit then, Justin?
In terms of power,
Hey,
he
let
is
me
like.
ask you this, Gerson.
Realize if he would have got the credit for beating Mr.
Is
Two,
Virgo on that tier?
Is Virgo on that tier? No.
All right, well that
Didn't
was
Virgo body him?
Sanji's last fight.
Hey,
Oh no.
Virgo didn't body nobody. What are you talking about?
To be real, I feel like Sanji was doing particularly well in that fight.
Bro, let's say this. If he didn't counter with, if he didn't block, he'd be
broke that
fine.
string like a champ. You're right.
Yeah,
No,
I
wait.
mean,
This is what you gotta realize. What happened after the fight, bro?
Like the Straw Hats ain't
But-
never got their
This
ass
dude's
beat
this
until
dude is
one
doing a
fight.
full sprint with the Marines running, saying his leg hurts, and then after that, he never brings it up again.
But let me tell you this though. Like if you look at the fight for what it was, Sanji was actually doing good in that. Like he was
Sanji
getting the
bodied
better.
him.
He was getting the better of Virgo. He just cracked his leg that one time, and that's all we got to go off of.
He also had Nami
Like-
damage
like-
his body as well when she was
Plus,
inside
he
it.
had Nami in his body, and Nami got his body fucked up.
So
like,
what I'm
it's not, and then, can I say something right quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing that people don't realize is the only reason Zoro has a bounty is because at the time when Luffy had got his bounty at Whiskey Peak, where everybody got fucked up and Crocodile and Crocodile sent over there, Sanji was not one of the people over there. That was when Zoro killed all of them niggas. Sanji has always been a reconnaissance guy. That's why it was a hint. It was foreshadowing back when he was calling himself Mr. Prince in Alabasta, or after he being the one that did the DV.
That's why I was literally saying if Sanji would have got the credit for beating Mr. Two, which he didn't, it was fucking Hina that got the credit for getting him. He would have been a supernova.
Yeah, his battle.
There's also the whole thing with like this chapter where Law was like, "Yo, we should hide somewhere," and Sanji's like, "Hide from who?"
Yeah,
Exactly. Then his nigga said, "Let a nigga pull up."
The funny thing is, bro, everybody said, "Oh, Page One and X Drake must be fodder if they're getting hurt by Sanji." Bro, come on now, like.
But yeah, see, that right there is just hating. If people who say shit like that's just hating, like regardless, cause motherfuckers been saying that Drake is this, Drake is that the whole time. If Sanji do get the better of them, now he automatically trash. That's just hateful. That's just hating towards Sanji. That's all it is.
I mean, okay, you said some shit earlier that's kind of true. And honestly, I think realistically, Sanji, next time he fights, he's probably going to be a lot higher than what we would expect. But the thing is, his portrayal, if the story flowed right, he's not portrayed to be that strong.
Yeah, his portrayal has been booty.
To be retconned to be up there with them.
Because think about the entirety of Whole Cake Island. Sanji didn't get a chance to actually shine because he was always put in a compromising situation very bad. But in actuality, this guy is a fucking beast. Like, think about it. If Sanji is part of this monster trio on this motherfucking crew, and he can't handle people that the other three people are handling or else beating, how is he even part of the monster trio?
The fact
that makes no sense.
Oda compares Zoro and Sanji more than he compares Zoro and Luffy all the time throughout the entire story. And if you were in the community around Annie's lobby time, the same thing was going on where the Sanji portrayal was kind of lackluster, and everyone thought Sanji was trash. And then we got the Jabra fight, and everyone's seen Sanji and Zoro are basically equals, with Zoro slightly being ahead of him.
I think also there's that whole thing with Dressrosa as well, where he got done in by Doflamingo. But they always assume that if the supernovas were put in his shoes, they would get messed up as well.
Yes.
On that,
but with that, it also looked a little weird because Sanji did not have a very good showing against Doflamingo, but then you have Zoro who was able to escape Fujitora.
But no, we gotta realize that with the parasite string, he cut his arms, bro. People were saying Zoro's gonna muscle out of it, use Ashura. No, he's not, bro. You gotta realize.
I think Zoro
no, because he can't. You gotta realize when he activated Ashura, he made a silhouette by moving. He could not move with parasite on him.
I think we can all agree that Doflamingo's fruit is a very deceiving fruit, and a lot of people get caught into it.
They get fucked up by it.
They literally call it a spider's net. Like it's intended to catch people off guard in that manner. He even caught Jozu, who we can all agree was stronger than Sanji and Zoro on Dressrosa.
He's literally dying.
I mean, we can sit here and make excuses for Sanji in every combat situation where he's looked bad, but the fact remains that since the time skip, the only time he's really shined combat-wise was in Fishman Island. That's really the last time he shined at all.
Yeah.
But Durst made up earlier though, he is still in the monster trio, so he's not going to be in the monster trio and not be retconned to be as strong as some of these other people. It's going to piss me off when it happens. It's not going to happen.
See, the thing is,
it's One Piece.
The thing is,
he one-shot Yonko though, Toddy, man.
You need to stop.
He's gonna brew a fine wine for Kaido. He's gonna die.
Like to be real, man. Sanji could beat the shit out of Daifuku in the oven. Yeah. Like in my opinion, I think he would beat the shit out of that nigga.
He would have beat the shit out of Pearl Spill.
Sanji has not shown us his whole time skip, bro. He has not went all out. Like,
you saw how much Luffy was struggling against Cracker, and Daifuku and Oven are the next in line in terms of strength in that group.
But see, the thing about it is, I don't think. I mean, X Drake is stronger than Zoro right now.
I think Zoro is.
I mean, I want to just stop you saying right now.
Look at X Drake's backstory. Look at he was confirmed rear admiral.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah.
So we know he had hockey before he was a pirate.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. I don't want to get into discussion about Drake because we haven't seen him do anything.
Exactly.
I understand that, but I'm just saying we haven't seen Son. I mean, not Sons. We haven't seen Shanks do shit. We haven't seen fucking Mihawk really
that's not true.
So niggas still hype on.
You know, it makes me upset when people say we haven't seen Shanks do shit when we have.
I mean, we have, but I mean,
because that same magma fist. Wait. That same magma fist that went through. Listen, nigga, hold on. That same magma fist that went through Ace's chest, that fucked Jinbei and Luffy up, that fucked up Ivankov, and all these motherfuckers Shanks casually stopped with a sword. So that's impressive.
That when he stopped it, fucking Akainu's face, he was shit.
Yeah, so this is what I want to say. Like the difference between like
X Drake, old weekend Whitebeard. Come on, fam.
No, but he still had his strength. He still had his strength.
Every fucking
the only thing Whitebeard did not have.
Hold on, wait, guys. Dustin was making a point.
Look, between like not seeing shit from Drake and Shanks is the fact that all we got is Drake's backstory and shit of him. Like when it comes to Shanks, we didn't see him doing things combat wise, but motherfuckers that undo it would sit here and explain like, yo, this is somebody not to be fucked with. And like we know for a fact that he is a Yonko on the same tier as Big Mom and motherfucking Kaido, and we seen them motherfuckers display some shit. So if he is up there, like sit here and actually power scale him, but for a fact is we know for a fact that he is strong, but regardless of how you look at it.
Exactly.
I get what you
And
said. I get what you said.
expectation, like you don't always have to see something. Expectation still actually means something. So if you have a
Exactly.
title like Admiral or Yonko or something like that, you can assume they're of a certain type of strength. The thing with these supernovas is we've seen supernovas that are not all that impressive. Even after the time skip, they're not all that. So there's no reason right now to expect Drake to be this badass when Capone was getting fisted by everybody and running
That's
away
true.
for
Well,
30
that goes back to what you just said in terms of title. He had a title even way before he was a pirate.
What? Who? Drake?
But he was a
Rear
super.
Admiral?
He was a
A
rear
rear
admiral.
I
admiral right
fall
under
asleep.
vice
But
admiral.
but even there, let's be honest.
Ain't nobody worried
Let's be
about the rear
honest.
I don't even
about-
know if he was a HQ rear admiral either.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be honest about vice admirals and rear admirals, right? We have to be honest about them. The HQ vice admirals, we could probably say are to be reckoned with, like Onigumo.
I mean,
Doberman,
Maynard was an HQ
Dalmatian.
vice admiral and he got beat up by Bart.
Yeah, and exactly. Yeah,
But Bart's a
exactly.
monster.
Maynard got bodied by somebody who can't even sell straight, who doesn't have a navigator, and got bodied by him. Like,
Hey, he do got a navigator. He got the best navigator, Granny. If she can, hold wait. This what you know. Look, I ain't even trolling though. Like I'm not even trolling. Call up somebody and she can navigate you through the Grand Line from her house. She's a god.
She's not even navigating. She's
a god.
She's just telling them stories.
Hey, it worked, right? It worked, right? He where he got to be. Hey, call it luck. Call it what you want.
But that's what I'm saying, is that we have to look at the different tiers. The thing about Shanks is that Shanks clashed evenly with the world's strongest man and split the sky. So we know by comparison, and according to the new Vivi card,
The only thing Drake's got is that pacifista.
Yeah, exactly.
He had the best. Him and Kid had the best showing.
And the Vivi card said that Akainu has the
that's
strongest,
incorrect.
He has the strongest
Arush had the best showing.
potential.
I mean, we can't
Y'all
forget.
just having a conversation over moderator, guys.
No, people say that Drake. People just say that Drake just took down.
No. What y'all not going to do is he's speaking and y'all just going to have a separate conversation over him. Don't do that.
All right.
Wait, was Madara talking?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, all I was saying was that we know that Shanks stopped, according to the Vivi cards, aka Oda, the strongest attack potential in the series, Akainu, with one hand, and blocked it. So we know Shanks is strong. That's why we can give clout to Shanks. We can't give clout to people like X Drake or even Kid because we haven't seen them do anything inside the series.
But I want to say this before I got
after the last chapter, you can give some to Kid. You can give some to Kid, but you can't give. And honestly,
I do agree with Toddy said that. Yeah.
We gotta realize.
I'm saying to Toddy's point because we don't know who Kid has fought.
But you gotta realize. I was saying like this. We gotta realize.
Yeah, we know that he took out a Sweet Commander, and that is a bigger feat.
I was saying this. X Drake. We can't disrespect X Drake. X Drake took out a pacifista, bro. The same pacifista that it took the entire Straw Hat crew.
He did. This is correct.
Wait, I'm not done.
Yeah, but what you're saying is not right.
Exactly, it's incorrect. He didn't take out the pacifista. The pacifista shot him, and he came out of his.
No. You're true.
When he ate him?
No, he's talking about in his human form when he kicked it into the building, but he never took it out by himself. You can say
that's right.
You can say in that clash he bodied it, but you can
listen. This to me, I think he bodied it because bro, he was crushing its head. He was about to crush his head until it shot him. That was the same type of.
I'm not going to give him a feat because he had to let go.
But listen. It took
the feats for pacifista anyway. Do we gotta waste time?
No, it's Toddy. Toddy. It took the same pacifista. It took their best moves from the Straw Hat to take it out. Their best moves.
It took the best moves from a tired.
That was 2 years ago,
and from a tired Straw Hat crew.
Yeah. Everybody
is one-shotting pacifistas now.
You know who else is one shot to pacifista? Hody Jones. I ain't trying to talk about how that nigga's the strongest.
Wait, what?
Hody Jones is taking out pacifistas with one bite.
Really?
That doesn't mean
I don't even know about that.
Where did you get that from? Where's your evidence?
My evidence is it's strong enough to
yeah.
damage.
Holy Jones gonna take a pacifista. Come on now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Think about all the damage you took from Luffy.
The only reason I said I don't know because I just think it's so garbo.
No, in the water, yeah, but
that's just hate.
Even on land.
At Marineford, I saw pacifista slip on Alkaji's ice and break their necks. Cody Jones.
Yeah. Y'all sleeping on Hody. Like Hody is not like one of the strongest villains, but he'll take out a pacifista. Come on, man, y'all tripping.
I mean, not base Hody. Maybe when he's off the pack.
All right, yeah, definitely that one.
I mean, Luffy is taking out pacifistas with gearless punches and shit.
No. He used gear second when he took it out.
Well, at this point, it's for gear second.
Definitely.
But the same thing applies. Like people get all the scenes wrong with the pacifista thing.
Yeah.
Well, if I was wrong with the pacifista, then my fault.
Those pacifistas
Him and the Rouge had the best showing pre-time.
There was another thing he said wrong. What were you talking about before the pacifista? He said something else.
This nigga theory.
No, I was just saying. I was saying that
Drake taking out a pacifista or something.
No, but before that, there was something else that someone took out or did something that they didn't do.
What?
I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
I think I said something about all the Straw Hats using their best moves to take out a pacifista pre-time skip.
I didn't
go that was fine.
Barn Express for the week before last.
It doesn't matter. Don't worry.
So the thing is that those papers are in the papers right here. So what I'm going to take the papers that I gotta take them out of there, then count them out, then make another sheet for them and go back out.
Who is that?
Durson, are you not even talking to us, dog?
He's doing the business. He's doing a business thing.
What?
Yo, Toddy, what do you think of Kaido, man?
Bro, I'm mad that we all got quiet to listen to him say that.
No, I want to ask this: do you guys think the Straw Hats can like storm Marineford now? Old Marineford?
No.
What?
No.
Absolutely not. Where are you getting these ideas?
No.
Where are you getting these ideas?
Wait. Chill. Listen. No. When I ask you this,
Nigga, we ain't about to listen to shit.
No. When I'm saying this,
Bro,
I'm saying
how did you get to this point?
Well, no, I'm saying that the Straw Hats. Hey, y'all gonna leave out? I'm saying the Straw Hats with their fleet is it a mid diff?
No.
No diff.
Okay.
It's a neck diff.
The three admirals will beat all of them together.
Exactly. What are they doing? What are they going to do against Akanu's against his meteor attack?
I'm saying when their fleet, bro, because sooner or later these dudes have to be a Yonko level crew.
Bro, their fleet guys are vice admiral at best. At best.
At this point, I think the world government as a whole at Marineford is probably close to equal terms with a Yonko's crew.
Nah,
so like asking if Straw Hats can storm a Yonko's territory and take it over. That's
why I brought this up. Sooner or later, the Straw Hats are going to have to be a Yonko level crew. So, do you think after Wano, do you think they'd be a mid diff for the world government?
No.
No diff.
No, nigga.
We have no idea what's going to happen, man.
Do you know
it's too early. At the beginning of Whole Cake, we were thinking that they were going to come out way stronger than they went in, and honestly, Luffy was the only one with any growth. So at this point in the arc, I don't think you can predict that far out if they're going to be able to.
I think Toddy's right. I think Toddy's right with that. Though. Like the crew, kind of, they're okay where they are. It's like the others that need to grow.
Yeah, Luffy had a lot of development, but it's honestly been a while for a lot of them. Since they got some real development, so
I would say Nami grew a lot.
Nami definitely grew.
She's gonna get it taken away though.
Bro, okay, I don't know who this man talking is, but Toddy then came back from his time skip with some actual knowledge.
Damn.
He's the real man.
Now he's gonna get stuff taken away, man.
I crossed the desert to come back from my exile to sneak in real quick.
Hey, he got new information.
He got new info and everything.
Shit, even a little bit darker.
No, even after Wano, if they went to Marineford, they get no diff still. Like,
no, y'all ain't saying none of this shit.
Man, tired of boy ass.
If it's Fujitora and stuff, they're up against saying, okay, I can understand the mid diff because he's garbage. But if it was the original three admirals, no way.
I mean,
He just say Fuji is
you
garbage.
can say that all you want about Fujitora. That's fine and dandy. I'm cool with you saying that. But Akainu
And Green Ball, he's garbage. You can't even kill a cat with a gun.
Akainu and Kizaru.
Bro, okay, theory. Also, are you on board with me when I say that the new admirals are not even comparable to the originals?
Yes, I've been saying they're not admiral level for a long time.
Bro, why?
Fucking agree. What do you mean? Why? These guys are monsters.
No. Listen, bro. Wait,
the newest admirals are not struggling against any.
Bro, I'm saying why would people think that Fuji is comparable?
Bro, do you really
Fuji's
think
a monster, bro?
Do you really think Zoro is getting away from Akainu?
No,
bro, I know. Bro, listen.
No,
y'all think I disagree. I don't. I'm saying, why do people think they can?
No, you agree.
Fuji is not strong.
He's saying that why do other people think they're comparable?
But I don't understand why you would think they are weaker. Like I can understand.
Because Luffy's barely stronger than Drake.
The rest, in my opinion, but why
comparable?
Bro, I don't believe that the quality of Admiral has dropped a little bit. I don't think it's the same.
I'm asking why.
Oh yeah, why would you think that?
Because bro, from what I've seen from Fuji, I just don't.
From what we've seen.
From what you've seen of Kizaru, he beat up a bunch of weak ass niggas on an island, failed his mission, got sent flying by Marco, missed every shot he shot at Luffy. Why do you think he's better than Fujitora?
Because, bro, no, but that's a bad example because we know who Kizaru is, bro. That Nick, bro.
In my wildest dreams, Luffy is not squaring up with this nigga Kizaru.
Bro, Kizaru, bro, we know, bro. Aokiji would be a better example because he's more serious than Kizaru, bro. Like half the time, I can't tell if he's actually doing it on purpose or not.
Toddy, just put base or Gesek and Luffy in Rayleigh's shoes versus Kizaru. He's getting his arms cut off.
You think?
Yeah,
Why?
Yes.
Why would you think that? If he can
literally left.
He can put gravity underneath him to slow him down.
Literally left Marineford.
No. I said put Luffy in Rayleigh's shoes.
Right now, I don't think. Not after his observation hockey development with old dude. I think he's hanging a little bit.
Yeah.
Of course he can hang, but the difference was that this man was shouting out his attacks to Fuji. He was going easy on him. Fuji went, man, you're pretty strong.
But you've seen first mates. We've seen first mates being portrayed on equal levels with the base athlete. We have seen that, and Luffy is now at the point where he has an equal level observation hockey with one of them, and has went as far as to defeat one of them. So why think that an admiral who is essentially equal to a first mate would walk over Luffy?
I don't agree with that.
Okay,
that is a huge. Hold on, let me say this. That is a huge misconception. If you actually read Marineford, the first Marco and Jozu got fucking dealt with by Aokiji and Kizaru in a half a chapter.
First, they had to double team Marco because they couldn't do anything.
Marco and Kizaru weren't even fighting in the manga. Kizaru was just around Marco, and Marco seen Whitebeard get a hole in his chest, and Kizaru goes pew, and they put a fucking cuff on him. Aokiji
still double teaming.
Who said Luffy beat a first admiral, first commander?
What admiral do you think Luffy can beat right now?
As much as I am a religious man, and I do pray. Forgive me, Mama G. As much as I do praise the Charlotte family, and I love God Jr. and what he has done for humanity as a whole, at the end of the day, when Luffy went Snake Man, they were, after that he stabbed himself in the stomach, they were on equal terms, with the only exception being Luffy has gotten his ass whooped for 12 hours straight.
Bro, we got it. No, Toddy. Luffy is not.
Luffy came out on top.
Luffy is not even on that level.
Toddy, Luffy is not. He's not first hand commander level. It's
what do you want
He stabbed himself in the stomach, and he had stabbed Luffy in the stomach.
Wait,
they were
how is he first commander level?
No, they weren't equal.
I mean, and the only reason, and it was stated that you have to be calm when you use your when you're using your observation, and it was clearly he was enraged because he went gear 3rd, gear 4, all out, and then got baby shipped.
Katakuri was dodging this nigga in Snake Man with his enhanced fucking hockey.
I
Reverend Toddy, you have to realize that.
I understand that Luffy got his ass kicked. I understand he ran away. I understand all that shit happened. But I also understand, and trust me, this is hard for me to believe. I feel like I'm going against my godbrother.
No, you're speaking the truth right now.
But Luffy went under during that fight. He underwent massive development and strength, massive to the point where he can now see the future with his observation hockey. And
barely.
It's now close to a top 5 in the verse level. At this point, if God Jr. and Luffy were to square off now with Luffy as he is now, and Luffy pulls out Snake Man off rip, I do not think God Jr. would be walking on him. I do not.
Wait. I want to say this: since first commander is equivalent to an admiral, say basically back in old school Marine Ford, Akainu. Do you think Akainu was doing all that Katakuri did?
I don't count Akainu.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Akainu had to be honest with you.
Do you think Kizaru was doing?
I think his armament hockey was just strong enough to.
Do you think Kizaru was doing what Katakuri did?
I don't think honestly Kizaru can hang with God Jr. I think if Kizaru, I think Mama's the strongest Yako, and is either the first or the second strongest first mate.
I think it makes sense, Toddy. It makes sense.
No, if Kizaru was in Katakuri's place, Luffy would have lost.
He would have died.
You don't know that.
No, this man Kizaru's the speed of light. Luffy is not speed of light yet.
Neither is anyone else.
And Katakuri hockey is one of the strongest.
The only other person you could argue that for is Kuma.
That's a good point. God Jr. has been established to have one of, if not the strongest version of a hockey power in the verse. Kizaru has not been given these kind of feats yet. Yes, he beat a bunch of weak ass niggas up on Sabu, but he was not amazing at Marine Ford.
Yeah, and guess what, bro? In Marine Ford, he took no damage. Like nothing.
Yeah, he got kicked into buildings.
And guess what? He was fine. No blood, no nothing.
He was fine, but what about the families that died under the weight of those buildings?
Bro, what are you talking about? There was no one in there. What do you mean?
And those innocent families died because he couldn't avoid getting kicked across the eye.
All the Marines' families left Marine Ford before this.
That's what I'm saying, bro. What are you talking about?
Nigga, with your logic. Let me
Are
have
you
that.
trolling?
No, he's not trolling. That's just how Toddy is. That's just how Toddy is.
No, but the speed of light thing is irrelevant. No one, even Rayleigh said that.
Yeah, well,
no person can keep up with the speed of light. The observation key is to help you perceive it so that you can react before it even happens.
Perceive it, whatever you want to call it.
Observation hockey counted speed of light anyway. You saw Rayleigh going slash for slash with that nigga. So you can't pretend the speed of light is unstoppable when you seen it being stopped.
Full body Virgo.
I'm not saying it's unstoppable, but I just don't believe Katakuri is as fast as the speed of light. Like I just don't see it.
He can see the future. He doesn't need to be fast.
Are we talking about just manga or just One Piece in the stream?
Bullshit. That is not comparable to real life.
What?
That speed of light shit exists in the One Piece verse, nigga. He's just fast.
Exactly.
No. I mean, it does exist. It does exist. It just doesn't work on real life logic.
No, actually, okay, Virgo. You know what? I can prove you wrong. Like when he kicked X Drake. Like X-Drake was still looking at him up in the air, and then suddenly his foot was by X-Drake.
Because he's really, really fast.
Bro, it's a light speed kick.
Okay.
He literally said for David, have you ever been kicked at the speed of light?
Yeah. He's speed of light, right? Because of what he did to the oven?
No.
No, he's just very fast.
Hey, get the fuck up.
No,
so,
bro,
Virgo,
he had the light fruit. Okay, listen. The author literally said he had the light fruit. It's called the light. No, it doesn't follow real world logic, but it's still
One Piece logic.
Yeah, it's still the speed of light because it says the
Which
speed
we
of
know
light.
One Piece.
But he
light
doesn't move at it all the time. Only
No,
specific moves
You
do.
drink that milk
If
and
you
you
go by that
good.
logic, then Prometheus should burn the entire Earth because he's a sun on the Earth.
He's not a sun. He's not a literal sun.
Are we talking about? Are we talking about
He's not a
manga
literal
or just
sun.
talking? Can we talk about My Hero now, bro? Can we talk about something else?
No, damn, everybody can't talk at once.
We just said talk about My Hero.
Stupid ass point that I want to attack.
Can I
Because
make?
you said
Oh,
that.
go ahead. I want to make one last point after this before we go to My Hero. Though.
Oh, Tommy with the screen down. Oh no!
Screw My Hero.
God, you got a lot of privilege, motherfucker.
Yo,
God damn it!
you can't talk and listen, man. One at a time.
I just got here.
But one thing I want to say.
I was just talking, nigga. Hold on.
What's up?
When we talk about the admirals not being the same as what they used to be, that's not exactly true. Because the admirals that we saw in the beginning, those were against pre-time skid Straw Hats and pre-time skid Supernovas who were weak.
What about Marineford?
So what about Marineford then?
What about the commander?
Yeah, Marineford
Against the strongest pirate crew in the world. Good job.
Exactly.
I'm saying, let me.
I don't know about strong.
That's what it says in the story.
That's what the story says.
Yeah, so the admirals still did pretty well there, and the admirals
Pretty well. They know that.
I think Oda accidentally
jumped them niggas.
Exit them.
He forgot
Listen,
about
they literally low diffed them, and they're lucky Luffy even pulled up with the people he pulled up with. It would have been a no diff. Like, let's be real here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they needed help from. They always got help from either vice admiral or something else. No admiral like went toe to toe with just one of Whitebeard's pirate crew.
No, you didn't understand what he said. He was saying that Whitebeard, the Yonko, needed help from extra people falling out of the sky from Impel Down.
Why are there two Virgos in here?
Yeah.
One's Jay Hudson, one is.
Yeah, he was
Meaning that the Marines are crazy.
Wait, Virgo got cut in half again?
On top of the common misconception, because everyone goes off the anime from Marineford, when in all actuality, the commanders got no dipped in a half a chapter.
Man, stop with that's so not true.
Blasphemy.
How much do you want to?
That's so not true. And honestly,
It was from chapter.
The real discussion should be first mates and admirals, because I think people on my side they're not going to try to argue that any commander can hang with an admiral, but a first mate.
I
think
agree with that.
people strongly believe a first mate can hang, if not defeat, an admiral.
I mean, they have a chance.
Not defeat.
If you want to go from getting low diff to a mid diff, like you might.
I think they like our first commander has a chance of not absolutely getting their ass whooped.
Wait, who gets low diff?
I don't think first commanders get low diff. I'm saying that first commanders have a chance of not absolutely getting their ass whooped. That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't know. Zoro was like escaping them and throwing slash at that.
But that's why Fuji isn't as good as the others, Toddy. He's garbage.
Now, Fuji
That's what I'm saying.
no.
I'm killing them off of Zoro.
Oda is going to have to do
For Grimm's sake, I think Fuji
Fuji.
Tora. I think for Grimm's sake, I will say I think Fuji Tora is a monster. We just get a good showing yet. Like the nigga.
Yeah, all right.
Like,
So why does he have to team up with another admiral to deal with a cat with a gun?
Hey, we not gonna sleep on the West Blue like that, okay? He's commander of the Revolutionary Army.
What, Lindbergh?
He was bred for this fade, okay?
Hey, bro.
And a gay giant. Nice.
Oh my god!
It's a gay giant with a jetpack.
I don't care about your homophobia theory. Every gay motherfucker in One Piece has been.
Bro, you know how scary that is, bro. If you lose to what's his name to Morley, bro, you're getting finessed. Do you know how scary that is?
Wait. No.
Oh my god!
Imagine Morley trying to take
getting their ass taken. Calm the fuck down.
Exactly.
He literally has the push through. He'll push your shit in.
Exactly, bro.
No, I'm not agreeing with you.
Bro, that's scary. I would never want to fight that dude.
They said this nigga's 160 years old and he's been a pirate for since that time, and he was a fucking crazy ass pirate back in the day.
They said, didn't he make that decision and impel down?
Yeah, he made it and escaped impel down.
He infamous.
He made five and
but so what? He wasn't on level 6.
Yeah, level 6 has the worst criminals.
You've been busting cheeks and impel down.
That's facts.
I could have stayed level 1.
paradise of fucking Impel
So
Down.
you saying in
Like
100 years?
I feel Blackbeard's level 6 guys are stronger than that cat with a gun.
They probably are.
You think who's stronger than Lindbergh?
Like what's his name? Katarina Devon, Avalo Pizarro, Vasco Sharp.
We're not
Those
going to
people.
disrespect Lindbergh and Bello Betty. They want the smoke.
Everyone got kicked. Everybody got decimated.
Oh, well, that sucks.
My
on
bad.
them.
I didn't mean to like unleash my conquerors.
Listen, they ain't want the smoke. Welcome back, bitches.
Well, it's just like what. Put it like this. For example, Shiryu was the head jailer of Impel Down, right?
Yep.
If Morley had to try and escape on his own, right, inside of the prison, and he encounters Shiryu, would
Can y'all stop talking over Theory and let Theory finish?
would you expect Shiryu to be able to beat Morley?
I would.
Isn't Morley credited for creating 5.5?
Yeah, but if he had to fight Shiryu,
I mean,
what would
that's
happen?
cool and all, but what the fuck that's supposed to mean?
Don't sleep on Morley just because don't sleep on Morley just because he's
Okay, he created a gay.
Okay,
I think it's being
But you understand my question, though, right? Like if you don't think he can beat Shiryu, for example, why on earth do you think he's any good?
I mean, I feel like Shiryu was first commander level before he even got a fruit. Because I hold.
But that's my point then. So if you think that he was first commander level, he beats Morley, who's a commander that's fighting an admiral right now, then you agree with Toddy that the first mates can fight admirals and maybe win.
I think they would be able to go at it with.
So you saying that they can fight, but not against the admirals?
No, he's saying the opposite.
He's saying the opposite. He's saying that they can fight and hang with the admirals and maybe defeat them or maybe take it to mid-depth.
Well, you mean the first
commander? Are y'all really arguing this? Are y'all really arguing against that?
Hey, bro, can I ask y'all something? So, we're talking the all manga this year, right?
Oh my!
Hold on, before you change the subject, I've been holding.
Right now, we're talking about One Piece.
I've been holding this point for a minute, and I think this has been a problem in the community for a year when it comes to these admirals. I think, in my opinion, if I'm looking at the series, to me, there's no opinion to be putting these admirals as high as people do. We have people putting admirals on the levels of Yonko, for God's sake.
I mean, no. I fundamentally, I hate.
Let him finish. Let him finish his point.
All right, I'll let him finish.
I think the problem is the niggas that are not really being honest with themselves and who they are. They're looking at the character design of these admirals and they think they're cute niggas. And because they're little pussies, they want to make their man be the strongest person in the verse. And I feel like you can't go on looks alone when we're talking about power levels. You know?
Yeah, but
of course. That's why we don't rate Katakuri very high.
But this is what I don't like. This is my problem when people
wait, hold on.
Hold on. Here's my problem when people make this argument.
Just because you are
wait, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish.
Nah, ain't no nigga cute to me. F that, nah.
Here's my problem.
Go ahead, Hans, man.
Thank you. Here's my problem when people make that argument, Toddy. That sounds like to me what you're telling me that is admirals just exist to get their ass whooped. Like they're not here to tangle with these niggas, period. Like, why do we have admirals if they're not there to fight Yonko?
I'm not saying that they ain't shit. The same way I wouldn't say God Jr. ain't shit or Ben Beckman.
You're saying that if an admiral stepped to a Yonko, they would get their ass whooped.
But what I'm saying is that there are tiers of power in this manga. And people want to put admirals on the highest tier or even the second highest tier. And I don't believe they are in the top two. I feel like they are the third strongest tiers, and there's a lot of people that are far away from the third strongest tier. But they are not.
It's admirals, something in between, and then Yonkos. What's that something in between?
I feel like Yonkos, and then I feel like people like certain first mates as well as fleet admirals, maybe some CP0 members we haven't seen, people like Dragon, people that are just slightly above admirals, but not quite Yonkos. And then we have base admirals.
So was Akainu weaker than Sengoku with Marineford?
He is a fleet admiral. I don't feel like he had an extreme power boost after Marineford. I feel like he was fleet admiral level at Marineford, which is why he was so much more impressive than every other admiral. He was by far the most impressive one.
in that, and it's because he's on that.
You mean
next
the one
tier.
that couldn't even knock out a Gear 3rd Luffy? With a shockwave? Is that what hockey? Is that what you're saying? I mean, I'm just saying. You saying that? I mean, you're saying he was the most impressive versus Akainu, who literally took Whitebeard's face off. But I mean, hey, what do I know? I don't know. I don't know what people niggas be reading.
Couldn't even KO Game 3, dude.
I swear niggas be reading 3 Piece.
But there's just, I don't think there's any reason to think that they're the strongest.
We haven't seen anything that suggests that they're the strongest. Nothing.
No, but he's saying to you that he's saying if the Fleet Admiral's in the number 2 spot, why couldn't he deal with Gear 3 Luffy? Sengoku.
Honestly,
I'm not wasting my time with that bullshit.
Yeah, honestly,
Luffy's Devil Fruit ability with it comes an ability to have a resistance
but he doesn't have
blunt
hockey?
force attacks.
So he doesn't have
Sengoku hit
hockey?
him with a blunt force attack, still kind of fucked him up. But Luffy happened to have an ability that was a direct counter to that. The same way Chopper had a direct counter to Mama's open hand. I see that the exact same way. That does not mean I think Chopper is on.
No, you're right. That's correct.
That is facts.
That is a good comeback.
That's facts, Toddy.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree with that. But that was, I just said that because what you said, like, because you were saying that it's like that they're like, you don't feel like they're strong. I'm like, when you have niggas that took off people's face, you know what I'm saying? Then you're saying that you feel like he was Fleet Admiral level and he was impressive against the other admirals. It was just like a what the fuck.
I don't agree with that aspect either, Toddy. Like you got it. This guy has also been stated to have the second strongest destructive capability in the entire series.
I have an example for you.
Are you going to argue that the other admirals were as impressive as Akainu at Marineford?
I mean,
do you want to make that argument?
But the
They
fact
were not.
But the fact of the matter is, Aokiji, who we can all agree wasn't as impressive on Marineford, still took Akainu to an extreme height of fight.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, we don't really know.
I understand that too, but at the same time,
He was also going to be the Fleet Admiral.
But he also was up against a direct counter to his fruit and still overcame it. Had that been Kizaru and Akainu, I don't think that is, because Kizaru's fruit doesn't have an advantage over Akainu's. Whereas Ice has more of an advantage over Magma than Magma does over Ice.
I agree to that as well. But then if you look at the Aokiji Kizaru matchup, Kizaru has an advantage over Kizaru as well.
Kizaru has an advantage over Kizaru. That's a great point. I need to think about that.
I knew Toddy was gonna be an asshole.
I knew he was gonna do that too, bro.
I have an example for Toddy.
It's easy to speculate that Aokiji has future sight because he did the same thing that Katakuri did when he was going up against
a bunch of them probably did. We can't confirm that.
When they said he stabbed him with Haki, and he was like, no, and then he froze his Bicento.
I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious.
I know what scene he's talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But
the example I want to talk about is, when Akainu rode up on Blackbeard and his entire crew, the level 6 people and Shiryu, and they all ran away from him. If Fuji rolled up, I don't think they're running away. They're going to kill him. They're going to kill him and take his fruit.
If Doflamingo was confident enough,
wow, what the fuck theory?
That is a great point. I couldn't have made a better.
Akainu, right? Like everybody was trying to stop Akainu from taking Luffy, and they just kept attacking him. I'm pretty sure a lot of them use hockey, and that
I just don't understand the purpose of Kizaru hearing Kaido and Big Mom speaking and him being like, I can stop that if you want me to.
But dude,
that's his confidence.
That's signifying he can't handle these niggas.
That's his confidence.
I don't understand the person's confidence. Who else? The Fleet Admiral's not engaging with every single Yonko every time. You're telling me Kizaru and Aokiji and
okay, if you're stuttering,
all of them niggas is gonna sit here and fight Ben Beckman and Katakuri and fucking King. That's their purpose.
Anybody can have bravado, bro. Anybody can say, I would whoop Floyd.
Look how easy it was for him to change the landscape of Sabaody.
Right? but you're not going to beat Floyd up in a fight. You can say you're going to beat him in a fight,
How
but when you get in the ring with him, you get
was
dusted.
it for Kizaru to destroy the landscape of Sabaudi? To completely
before you move on to that point, how many times have we seen a villain?
Aokiji to stop a tidal wave?
You know this point's
let
about to be so
alone
deadly.
freeze
That's why you ain't
oceans
trying to
from
let me talk.
island to island.
Okay, and did that do anything to anybody?
How many times in the series have you seen a villain talk shit about how they're about to whoop somebody?
Thank you.
And then
And
go
then
in
get
and get
decimated.
that ass whooped.
Thank you.
So
Rob
many,
Lucci
and
against
not only
Luffy.
that, not only that, Hans.
How many top tiers have hurt Kizaru?
When he said he was going to go up there and stop the forces, that did not imply that if he had went there, he would only be dealing with Mama. Let me finish. That would not imply that he's only going up there to meet with those two Yonko at one time. Realistically, he's saying he is going to go there by himself and take on two crews, two Yonko crews at the same time. Do you think that his confidence implies that he can take out two Yonko's entire crew at the same time?
I think who in Big Mom crew is stopping Kizaru?
Everybody above
Smoothie. Out of here.
Everybody above Smoothie, Strucin, Mama, Prometheus, Zeus.
All of them up from a distance. All of them.
If he can hit him,
he can't hit Luffy.
He couldn't even hit Luffy. What are you talking about?
I want to know someone aside from Whitebeard doing significant damage to these admirals.
Kaido.
First mates.
When?
First mates.
When?
Dragon.
I personally.
I want to know when.
No, he's saying he wants an example of someone actually doing it.
Well, I'll give you that example when you give me an example of an admiral doing serious damage to a first mate. That's when I'll give you that example.
To a first mate.
All I'm saying is
then when has an admiral done anything?
Akainu didn't even trust in Kizaru enough to send him. He told him to hold up because we don't know how strong Wano's forces are. So that should tell you how much faith or lack of faith Akainu has in Kizaru.
No, that's signifying how beastly Wano is. Yeah. That they just can't roll up easy.
Just can't roll up there.
Man, Hans,
you can't use it.
We had that conversation last night. That all depends on.
You cannot use it as a pro for your argument and a con for mine. That makes no sense.
They literally said in that same chapter that it did not make sense for them to go to Wano because it doesn't make sense money wise and it's not in their territory. Let's stop forgetting panels here.
He didn't say money wise. He said there's an unknown.
No, they said that money wise when the reverie started.
He didn't say money. He said it's an unknown.
When the reverie started, the kings were talking about it and they were talking about
Okay, but we're talking about
Akainu. I don't care what they were talking about. What did Akainu say?
Akainu also said they
were talking about
Akainu is a separate entity from the Celestial Dragons.
Akainu said they have no jurisdiction. They're not part of the world government, so they have no jurisdiction there. So going there would be pointless.
And then I'm adding on to it. The kings were talking about it by saying it doesn't make sense because it's not in the jurisdiction. It doesn't make sense money-wise. It takes manpower, takes shit power. Because all that is a factor included into it.
They can't try to regulate something they have no actual regulation over.
No, his words was, "I'm not going to send you because I don't know how strong Wano is."
His words were also, "We have no jurisdiction there." You can't say
you didn't bring up jurisdiction. You did not bring up jurisdiction. Akainu brought up fighting force.
You cannot pick and choose what you want to fucking read and what you don't want to read.
That's what Akainu said. You're picking and choosing. What did Akainu say?
No.
Akainu said we're not sending you because we don't know how strong they are. That's what Akainu said. Not what the king said. The kings are separate from Akainu.
No, he said that they have no jurisdiction there. As well as what you said. You can't.
Y'all are wasting time with this, man. Anybody with an IQ above 10.
I want to answer to my question. Based on what in the story can you make that observation from? Nothing. Literally nothing.
The fact that the strongest admiral, which was Akainu, got one shot by an ass Yonko.
By your logic, it should have been Sengoku.
thick ass man that has been stabbed in the back, that has been shot 100,000 times, that has been snuck attacked.
What do you classify as a one shot? Because I seem to remember him getting up and soloing the Whitebeard's entire crew.
If it was that easy, there would be no Yonko. The admirals would
So how come
be taking them all out?
Whitebeard's top 2 commanders attack this nigga where Haki ain't do shit? Please explain that to me.
Until you address my point about Whitebeard's old crippled ass one-shot Akainu, I don't need to address
He
that.
didn't one-shot him. Like, what story are you reading? He fell into a hole, up in that hole, and continued to solo the entire crew.
You can argue semantics all you want. That nigga Duke.
That's not semantics. That's what's happened.
That's literally what happened.
We all know.
In terms of what actually happened, he literally got up the next chapter and was on the other side of the island.
By the time he came back, Whitebeard was dead. Akainu did not come back to the battlefield until Whitebeard was dead. Do you know how many events happened in between that
only
time?
one event. Black. As soon as Akainu went into the hole, the fucking next few pages was San Juan Wolf being discovered behind the building, in the same chapter.
You're gonna have to pull some panels for me because I don't think that nigga took a free net.
Listen,
I mean, I
swear to fucking God, I reread Marineford yesterday.
Even if you want to listen, bro, even if you want to argue that dumb shit, do you think Whitebeard did not have the capacity? Listen, let me finish the point, please. Do you not think if Whitebeard was determined that while Akainu was at his feet holding his stomach like he had the worst case of diarrhea, that Whitebeard could not just turn his spear upside down and kill him right there? Do you think Akainu would have just jumped out the way with this observation, Aki?
Yes.
No, I'm back up in the bit.
Y'all are impossible.
Listen, what y'all talking about now, man? I'm back.
They're trying to tell me that Whitebeard didn't really do Akainu in when he hit him.
That's not what we're saying. I'm saying you don't have sufficient evidence besides the Yonko.
If Whitebeard decided to continue on the
you're trying to excuse that fact, and you're trying to say that I missed that there's ample evidence that admirals are not on the level of Yonkos when that's stupid.
I missed half your point because you were talking while I was making fun. I don't even know what you said.
My point is that you can't say that there's that admirals are not in the same league of Yonkos because there's not enough evidence within the story to make that argument.
I just gave you one, man.
You gave me one of the greatest Yonkos we've ever known fighting admirals, and then still putting work on this nigga. Every other tier of motherfuckers that has fought an admiral has gotten their ass whooped.
And if you want to go back to Marineford, in terms of those admirals,
they've only fought.
No, they haven't.
Whitebeard. That's not true.
That's not true because Rayleigh fought Kizaru.
Marco
just fought Kizaru and walked away with no damage on him. What are you talking about?
Zoro did not get his ass whooped.
By Fujitora?
So why you're just making this shit up?
What? By Fujitora?
Yes, Fujitora back up.
They had to fight Fujitora.
What?
He clashed with Fujitora multiple times on the island.
He clashed with Fujitora once.
No, twice.
Why you keep making excuses when we make points to counter yours?
I think Luffy clashed with him multiple times. Law as well.
Thank you. He clashed with Fujitora twice.
We're talking about Fujitora though. We're talking about OG3.
Rayleigh's old ass.
But you don't talk about Fuji because he's garbage. He's not admiral level.
Literally what I just said. Nobody's talking about Rayleigh. I mean,
I just said Rayleigh. I literally just said Rayleigh. He fought Kizaru and walked away.
So he wasn't trying to take
no damage.
Seriously.
The strongest point I have is that a Yonko, which most of us believe was not in his prime at the time, considering he got stabbed in the back and was on life support. Let me finish the point. I'm begging you. Not only did he fight all three on separate occasions, he also, everybody on that island was targeting him. He was dealing with all that, and at the end of the day, he still took down the strongest admiral that they had. So why are we even arguing it if we have that? He took on all three.
Whitebeard tried to come at all three.
Tell me what you would think if Kizaru had to clash with Mama first, and then Shanks, and then Kaido. Do you think at the end of the day he's going after doing all those clashes, he is going to one-shot
Mama.
Nigga, no.
If he actually did
This is a waste of time.
That's a ridiculous example.
yeah, how come fucking
It
Akainu
really is.
still bodying
How,
niggas?
if they're equal to Yonko, that's a 1-to-1 comparison.
Akainu
No,
is still
it's not.
bodying
You
niggas after
being
that fight with
like
Whitebeard.
you acting like matchups.
All
You're
3
acting,
admirals and still one-shot one. Are you
you're
telling
acting
me
like
that
matchups don't matter.
Kizaru could clash with 3
Whitebeard did
I can ask you, how come all 4
Whitebeard
Yonkos
did
don't
not
fight each
touch
other
any
constantly? Like,
admiral
how
until
come
he
they didn't
fought
just roll with
Bro,
him and just
Whitebeard
have him
Even when
roll
he
their
did
way?
was
hit
awakening
Akainu,
power
he did
because
not
his
put Akainu
people
down.
was there.
Yeah, he didn't put Akainu down. Akainu got right back up and started bodying niggas.
And
right back up, they say.
he literally got right.
No,
back.
he did.
Yeah.
He
It was
did.
it was a half a chapter.
Like he wasn't standing at that man's feet, holding his stomach, and then slowly.
Rufy, you didn't get right back up. In that, a lot of time passed in that half a chapter.
Exactly.
Literally the next chapter.
Then why have they not just taken over the season, done whatever the hell they want?
Exactly. If
That's
they're
what
that
I
strong,
want. That's what I
they're not.
want to know.
You're telling me that the world government essentially has 7 to 9 Yonko level people in their crew?
I think they have.
No, because that's why they need the warlords.
What he just said?
That's why they needed the warlords the whole time.
The
To be honest, let's think
They're
about it
not
though.
that strong if they need the warlords.
They got him in the draft.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. We know the Yonko system only started roughly 24 years ago when the Great Pirate Era started. Their crews.
You don't know when it started.
Yeah,
we do know when that started. They literally said it in SBS.
You don't know when it started.
It's
When
within the past
when did
24 years.
we
That's when it
find
fucking
out?
started. What are you talking about?
You don't know it.
We
Okay.
know before
we know
that before the 4 Yonkos, it was
Rocks.
Era Shiki, Raja,
It was Shiki, Roger, and Whitebeard were the only
and
3.
before them was Locks. And then after the era
After Roger died, that's when the
after
Yonkos-
Roger died, Whitebeard was the first. I think Big Mom was the second.
Correct. That's what you know. You don't know if there was ever no Yonko before, though. You don't know that.
They lived. Did you hear now? Did you not hear what he said?
I know exactly what he said because I read the same thing. But I'm telling you, you don't
okay,
know
so
if
why-
there was no Yonko prior to any of this.
No, I'm saying in terms
Prior
of
to any of
Big
what?
Mom was on the seas. She can be strong as she is, or however strong she was at that time. So in terms of how big the crew were and how we know we're in a Great Pirate Era, and if you go to the New World, you either get fucking stepped on or you get fucking absorbed into the crews. Okay, that's why the crews are so big. The government keeps a balance now because they don't want another pirate king. That's why they're okay. That's why they're even doing deals with fucking said Yonkos. Okay. The fact of the matter is, even before these Yonkos were empowered the way that they rule now, the admirals were out there fighting the same tier of people. It's just the crews weren't as big and they weren't ruling. Just because there's Yonko ruling now in the New World and they have king-like positions doesn't mean they're automatically stronger than the fucking previous pirates that were on the sea.
It's a lot of headcanon.
The headcanon is real.
Whitebeard and Roger were said to be equals. Shiki was a close fucking second. They were the big 3 out of all the pirates.
Mama was
They
still
were all
hanging.
fighting admirals.
Mama was still hanging because Goldie Roger had a sneak in her territory, so she was around.
Had Big Mom in there as well. Cool. But the fact meant she wasn't called a Yonko. She wasn't ruling like an emperor like she does now.
Yes, she was.
She had an information network and still got.
When she was 16, she was building her territory.
You mean Struzan was?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I think it matters, my nigga.
No, because in the manga,
I think
it showed her at 16 going around with Prometheus and Zeus saying, "If you don't surrender to me, I'll kill you."
Bet you Struzan
That was
pointed at
not
it.
Struzan.
Struzan was giving her that, "Hey, you doing the right thing, baby."
It was Big Mom physically doing the work.
I ain't gonna clown her for having a man on her side. I'd be there right beside her if I could.
Another point for Toddy's case as well. I know like all the different characters have different attributes or whatever, but I don't see Fuji one-shotting Gear 4.
Very true. I don't either.
Like Kaido did.
He couldn't even one-shot Gear 3. He couldn't even one-shot a Gear 3 Luffy. Come on, get out of here.
Listen, man,
he couldn't one-shot Kizaru couldn't one-shot Jinbei.
Listen, I'm not gonna say all that because Oda's holding back.
I mean, y'all just got to start coming with the facts.
It just take him doing one broken ass shit for all of y'all to.
I think the Admirals are higher than what Toddy puts them. Hands, I agree with you. Like he puts them too low, but you think you put them too high.
The Admirals, the balance of power would not make sense.
I don't understand why we had him.
No, I was saying I think I have them in between. So Toddy has them too low for me, and then you have them too high.
Yeah, because I mean, look at him pre-time skip.
I don't think
so. Who in the world government is fighting the Yonkos directly?
The Fleet Admiral, Kong.
And who else?
Akainu might give him a mid-diff.
All right, I'm back for good.
There's people on CP0 that we don't know of yet.
You have to remember, Hans, as well. It's not supposed to be a comparison like that. If when a Yonko would never team up with anyone, so if they were to fight the Marines, they'd fight with their one crew and they'd get bodied by 3 admirals together. And if they got past them, the Fleet Admiral. If the 4 Yonkos teamed up, that's what they have the Warlords for, and like the CP units and all this crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And even there, the world government was afraid when they heard Shanks was meeting with Whitebeard. They were afraid when they heard Shanks was meeting with Kaido. If they're so strong, why are they afraid of it?
Yeah, they got 6 of them.
Who was afraid of it? A lot of Marines were afraid of it. Like
they got Garp, who is Yonko level. They got Sengoku. They got Kizaru. They had Alphaji. They have Akainu. They have Fujitora. They have the other nigga. They got Matt Walker on the crew apparently.
That's it.
I don't even know what y'all talking about.
A new pirate king. Yeah, they're all about maintaining power. That's what they're worried about.
But Toddy, in the same vein, some people think that Mihawk's Yonko level, so I can see where the confusion comes in.
I look at
no logic backing that up.
Until we see a Yonko and Admiral fight 1v1 with no interruption, no side shit, none of that, I'm just not even gonna talk about it. Because it really is. No, we didn't, sir, because we saw
Akainu and Whitebeard go one on one.
Wait. I'm saying without any circumstances too. Because think about it. This nigga Whitebeard was old, sick, and dead, and he already had wounds prior to even touching this man. So like I don't.
Yeah, let's get on. Let's talk about 2018.
Justin, what about an Admiral and Rayleigh, who was a right-hand man of a Yonko? Is that not indicative of something?
Look, Admiral. I think an Admiral would body a right-hand man of a Yonko.
What happened with Rayleigh?
Huh?
Rayleigh's an exception.
That wasn't a fight. That was a clash.
Man,
that was a fight.
It was a fight. They were fighting.
It was a fight. They were fighting for a while.
The fact of the matter is, Rayleigh is an outlier in that type of circumstance.
But did anybody win or lose that fight?
No, nobody won.
Okay, then. So let's move on.
And we all know we're not nobody in here. I don't know like what Ty's gonna view it as. Rayleigh is not what you call a typical right hand of a Yonko. We know Rayleigh.
Here comes
it's
the
fucking Rayleigh. What do you mean?
Why is he as strong as a Yonko is now? Why?
No, I'm not saying he's as strong as a Yonko is now. I'm saying in terms of him being in prime, if he had his own crew, he would be a Yonko himself.
Yeah. I ain't even been in this conversation long. I already don't want to talk about this shit.
Yeah, we've been doing
he's been spitting this cancer for 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's just talk about the year and just hype shit. Like, let's get off this.
I mean, y'all finally done? Y'all finally good?
Yeah,
I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, welcome.
In conclusion, Fujitora is on Admiral level.
Also, Wing, welcome to the combo.
What's good, Wing?
Oh, yeah.
I will say one thing hype about 2018 is I'm glad that niggas are finally starting to see the greatness that is My Hero. Cause a lot of people sleeping on it too. A lot of people sleeping on it. It wasn't 2018 that motherfuckers started to appreciate that shit. To be real,
bro, my mediocre academia is the most overhyped bullshit.
Shut up. My Hero.
I agree, Rufy. It's terrible.
My Hero. Look. My Hero has a lot of casual fans, bro. But it still deserves this love. So either way,
if you are under the age of 16, I would expect you to love My Hero. You're right.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey,
Okay, listen, you disrespectful piece of shit.
I'll do
You
better,
can
bro.
leave.
Look, no, if you like Marvel movies, you'll love My Hero.
I don't like
No,
Marvel
the thing
movies.
about
What?
is
I look at
that
I
niggas
look at it like this.
Niggas die in Marvel.
Like one of the few niggas in here that hated it or not, I really don't care because
Me
like,
neither.
the main focus was that a lot of people that were asleep on it opened their eyes, and it took 2018 for that.
2019 is the year of Promised Neverland, bro.
What I think it was is I think a lot of 14-year-olds got Crunchyroll this shit. That's all that happened. A lot of 14-year-olds got Crunchyroll this shit. That's why.
Bro, hold on, bro. Hold on. You finna get kicked. I'm gonna kick this nigga.
But see, Toddy, that's where you messed up, bro.
Hold on. Listen, for real though, like My Hero. I like the direction My Hero's going in right now. Like, it's
Yeah, that shit was on the come up.
It's definitely fucking interesting to see. Like, this nigga has some Avatar shit type going on, getting in tune with his shit.
It got real after fucking Night Eye died. After that shit,
when you realize people in this series can actually die.
Listen, it was bumping on Night Eye's introduction. Listen, the moment we meet these niggas is the moment My Hero started.
But you know what? It's fine. It's cool. You know, I'm not salty at all. You know, Kimetsu will get its year in 2019.
Hey, Kimetsu,
My Hero can have it this year.
Yo, I can't wait until the next arc where Deku uses 3% more power in his punch and defeats the bad guy.
There we go.
You don't even know.
Hey, Toddy,
Bro, why are you such a hater?
That's exactly what it is.
But that's
you later season. Go back a year, and then you can say that.
But check this out though. When you use that 3%, I'm gonna be right there, cause that shit gonna be lit.
Yeah, nigga, what? They gonna make you
But it's okay because Toddy has been upset and sad ever since his Lord and Savior got baby shake by Luffy.
Oh no, Mama G, she had to absorb Luffy hockey.
But
Jr.
I hope you are right there with the rest of the class of 2022 cheering on Deku.
But the one thing I will say about My Hero is that when people said that this was the greatest anime / manga of this generation, I didn't agree with that one.
Yeah, they were wilding with that one. I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't agree with that.
We're not gonna say that's crazy. You're crazy. That's crazy.
No, but why do people highlight comments like that? That happens every day. Like, you've gone to YouTube comment section, you'll see that comment on any video.
No, bro, it was all casual saying, "Come on now, bro."
But you're not hearing what I'm saying. Like, you could go on Berserk. You could go on the Berserk YouTube comment section. Someone will be saying the same thing.
Hey, does anyone else have anything to say about My Hero?
My thing is, what's bad about casuals and what's bad about younger artists? Like,
not even that's stupid.
It seems like other shit that we read and watch don't have casuals and younger fans.
No. I'm saying, bro. Because look, that's just one thing. A casual is probably My Hero is easy to hop into, bro. If they like watch all this stuff and then like One Piece, My Hero, One Piece, Bleach, Berserk, all this stuff, and then said My Hero was good, I'll accept that. But I probably don't think they delve too deep.
Really? They watch anime. They watch
that seems like your assumption, man. Like, who cares? Like, that's their opinion. You got yours.
I'm still trying to figure out what's the problem with that.
Yeah, like, who
Get
cares?
off your high horse.
Time out, bro. Time out. Look, when my niggas said they want to watch anime, I was ecstatic, bro. But say it's best of all time. Nah, we're reaching that one.
It's just an opinion, man.
Yeah, like it's just an opinion, but like out of everybody in here that we're talking to, we're not of that opinion. We're just talking. Like, the main point that I was bringing up is the fact that I love that it's finally getting some type of recognition, because like when the shit was first starting and me and the few people that actually like was enjoying it out top, that shit was major slept on, and and all of them was just like, just wait on it, and then it shit started to blow up.
Number two in sales.
Appreciative of that.
I don't agree though. I thought it was always getting attention. Like, it was always in the shonen front cover. It was always on the color pages. It was everywhere.
Hey, but Theory, this is what I'm saying.
They were advertising it hard, man.
Hey, Theory, this is what I'm saying. Like, yes, they were advertising hard, but I'm talking about the people that I have general conversations with about it. Like, fuck the advertisers. They can advertise the shit all they want, but if people still are sleeping on it, regardless of how much like attention that the actual company is putting forward for it.
Like Theory, they tried to
That's
do
true.
that with Toriko and it failed. If it worked, you would have been hyper than a motherfucker.
No, it failed because their anime was garbage.
But if it worked, you would have been the first one.
If my hero's anime was garbage, you would have the Toriko treatment.
It would, bro, because a lot of people watch it through anime. So
yeah, that's a fact. But I'm saying, like you would.
No. It only enhances it more, bro. It doesn't save it.
And for a while, Toriko was popular for a bit, and then it dropped.
I thought it was number 5.
Yeah,
right?
honestly, it jumped the chart.
It was for a while.
Yeah.
But
Black Clover's getting a lot of spotlight now as well. I don't know why.
Oh, Black
Didn't people hate that one?
It was a fight.
People love Black Clover.
Wasn't it hated?
I
Yeah, it was hated because the anime. Because the anime.
Is the anime even good?
The anime?
Yeah,
it's straight.
The first couple.
It's not all that. I caught up damn near. It's not all that how them boys told.
Yeah, it's not all that great. It was just this last fight when he fought the Beast Dude.
Alright, so let's not even talk about
So it's one of those. Oh, I had one really good moment. This is the best thing ever.
to say about Black Clover?
I think, but the same people in this chat say that the One Piece anime is great, and anybody that's subjective knows that the One Piece anime is great.
No, the One Piece anime right now is bumping.
Bro,
flame.
We better see what? We better see Snake Man.
Whole Click Island is bumping right now.
Dude, the anime, a 20-minute episode, 20-minute episode of One Piece has 36 frames. That anime is
you got a lot of time in your hands for doing that math.
36 frames.
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
It's supposed to mean that like there's so little content. You only see 36 different images.
Get one of those flip books of the movie.
Regardless of how it's structured, but check this out though. When it comes to the anime, regardless of how it's structured, the question is it enjoyable or not?
Yes, it is.
That's the main thing.
One Piece is an enjoyable game.
One Piece is very enjoyable, bro. Like the anime.
Read it?
No, I'm saying the anime. The anime.
Like the anime is making Whole Cake very good, bro. Like
I recommend you guys Promise Neverland if you haven't read it already, because the anime's coming like next week, isn't it?
I'm not caught up.
Something like that.
I was on the Promised Neverland chapter 1. And
I dropped off at the end of Goldie Pond. I'm
gonna catch up. I'm on chapter 100 right now.
Like I put that one as like the best one out of the new ones.
Promise, dude, yeah, Promised Neverland is amazing.
Promise, I cannot wait for Promised Neverland.
2 more weeks.
Promised Neverland is flames, man. How do y'all feeling about Kingdom this year, bruh?
Oh yeah, I haven't. Kingdom
has been. Listen, I'm sorry. Kingdom has had, in my opinion, the best moment of the year, and that's and that's Kyokai. Chapter 540. I think it's like chapter 549. Kyokai. When they realize there's a 6th general motherfucker that's out here that they need to worry about. And that's the person that slayed like fucking tens of thousands of men.
So you're telling me that right there is better than All Might United States Smash, did you?
Yeah, when I tell you that scene is a whole, it just hits, man. It's just such a powerful moment to me.
Man, yeah, this year has been a dope year for anime.
Like there were a lot of dope moments this year. Like I think Snake Man was impressive too.
Snake Man,
but I don't.
I don't know what you're on about, Hans. Toriko gets the best moment every year.
Stop it. We could talk about the best moment this year. Like
no, every year it's already finished, but it's still going in my heart, man.
I think honestly, my favorite moment this year was in Hunter x Hunter, with when the 5th prince pulled out that arrow.
That was the hypest moment of the year.
I mean
man, y'all, the noise, man. The noise in the background. Like,
what is that?
It's ridiculous. Who's in the restroom?
What the fuck?
If someone's working on the after talk right now, nigga, we hang up the phone.
Hey, somebody mute this nigga.
Mute
Oh,
him.
sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't mute myself.
It's always him, man. It's always him. Always him.
Yeah,
I feel like I feel like there was a couple of like good moments in manga this year, but I didn't feel like there was a breakout series, like a new series that came onto the scene and really took everybody by surprise.
Oh no, I think like I feel like Tower God got a lot of hype this year. Like I feel like a lot of niggas started getting on the Tower God.
But that
Wait, was Dragon Ball Super? Did it end this year or last year?
I don't.
Dragon Ball Super.
It ended this year with Goku and Jiren fighting like what was it, March or something?
Yeah, so yeah,
that was
bro.
March, yeah.
That got almost everyone.
Oh yeah, that was a moment too. That shit
No, bro. It was so crazy. I saw like a stadium. There was like a concert in Mexico, bro. People watching Jiren versus Goku. Like it was like
I feel like this was like a good ass year for manga. Period. Like I feel like there were like a lot of top series and really good moments.
Yeah.
And like seeing all of them like have just every week.
To be real, like this year, I actually like dove into way more new manga than in any other year. Like I've been reading all type of shit.
I definitely agree with that.
No, that's facts.
Oh,
yeah, it's been a good year for manga in the West too. I feel like the West is really starting to embrace it, and it's no longer considered nerd culture.
It's starting to become mainstream.
It's definitely mainstream.
Do we want that?
Yeah, but I hate that. I hate when people come on there, they don't know what the hell they're on about.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, to a certain extent.
Like, I don't care about if it gets popular or not, if it sells. I just want to read good stories and talk to people that know what they're on about.
Yeah, the best anime they made this year, hands down, had to be that Attack on Titan season 3. That was like hands down.
I know the Attack on Titan community is strong. Like I don't know what's going on in Attack on Titan, but they're losing their shit, man.
Attack on Titans, for some reason, that shit pulls casuals like a motherfucker.
Bro, those
right now they are.
When I shit first hit, when I see females talking about this shit like more than me, and I'm like, hold on, what's going on? Like I'm talking like females that don't have nothing to do with anime or video games or nothing.
Bro, my sister has always been.
The first season of the anime was so strong, it just goes to everybody. I mean, it's not on no kiddie shit.
Like, bro, I was waiting. Like,
I feel like One Punch Man really stopped.
Like, bro, those 4 or 5 years of waiting killed me. I couldn't do it with Attack on Titan anymore. Like, I stopped caring. Like,
that's why you were supposed to read the manga.
Bro, look, I tried. I couldn't do it, so I just left it.
Like, I read in the manga, like, Eren is now the bad guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
hold up. Unless y'all want to know spoilers. Hold up.
I apologize.
No spoilers, but hey.
Yeah.
I apologize. I didn't know if it was true. I just want to.
That final arc, boy, it is real. When I say it is real, it is real.
Didn't Kintama end this year as well, or is it still going?
I don't know. I ain't pay attention to it.
I think it ended because Sensei won't stop fucking talking about it.
Nah, man. Sensei got mad at me because he told me out of his mouth that it takes 58 episodes to get to something good. And then when I said that again, he said, "I didn't tell you that, Durst. I didn't tell you
that." What do you guys think? What do you guys think was the best manga of this year?
Best manga this year?
One Piece.
Like they had the best storytelling, the best chapters. That
One Piece.
Honestly,
My Hero's up close. My Hero might be.
So like, if we're talking about like manga, I had to say Kingdom. There were some slow points, but when it was hitting, nigga, shit.
For me, it's Origin. I don't know if you guys read that shit or not. I've been talking about it all the time.
I've been hearing about it.
Jerson. You a real nigga for that one, bro. Because Origin is up the charts.
Origin is lit.
Maybe the One Punch Man manga as well, Garou and stuff.
Oh, that's true.
Oh Yeah.
Well, if y'all for y'all who haven't seen the last chapter, that blew One Piece and My Hero out the water. Like that was one of the best chapters of the year.
Okay, did you
Yeah.
read
What,
anybody
Child
in here that
Emperor
read the last chapter of Attack on Titan? They killed everything this year for the manga.
In my opinion, the best storytelling this year, and that's what I judge my favorite manga off of. Hunter x Hunter did its thing. It had a short run, but those 10 chapters were so well.
Bro, it was mostly dialogue.
Bro, no, it
That's
wasn't.
called a story, buddy.
That's called a story.
No, bro. No, bro. I'm reading a dictionary textbook definition. Like, what is this?
Hey, go back to primary school and learn how to read.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not 13, so I don't need Super Saiyan fights every
Exactly.
chapter.
I mean,
I
pictures
would
every
much
5
rather have
seconds.
a story that
Bro,
flows
if you're a
well.
manga, bro, I don't need a giant panel of words, bro. What are you doing?
He's
It's
writing
not
his
the
manga.
only giant panels of
He's
words.
writing his manga.
Plenty
That's
of
what he's
action,
doing.
plenty of drawing. It wasn't
About
just
time we wrap it up.
As a manga, because that is kind of bad.
Got a headache? Oh, damn.
All right, guys.
I feel like
Can you hear me? Yeah. I'm thinking of coming through, Jake. What the nigga said?
What happened?
I don't know what's wrong with his mic. How do you always have the worst mic in your stream?
Right.
Say it again, Virgo. Add me days because this shit was loud.
No, go ahead, continue. I'm switching real quick. Woo-hoo.
Okay, I'm using.
What do you? I thought he was supposed to be there.
I was saying, I gotta go. It's time to wrap it up, boys.
Okay. I mean, for me, my
It's past Burger's bedtime, man.
Yeah, nah. My favorite manga moment of this year did come from One Piece.
What the fuck?
What is happening?
I don't know what the heck.
Did he ask for help?
I'm saying we're ending this bitch.
If we wait for you to end the stream, it'll be 6:30.
Just go on and end it.